currently removing the old fridge slide from the standard fridge slide setup. Obviously this is how it used to be. You'd slide the fridge out and be able to access it. With the new setup, we're putting the fridge slide up against the headboard. So basically you'll be able to access the fridge slide from the sides of the vehicle. Fridge is on the right hand side of the kick-ass fridge, so you'll access the fridge from the right side. Once the canopy goes on, it'll have wing doors on either side, left and right, as well as the rear. What they'll enable us to do is put the pantry slide that we get on the left side. That'll slide out like this. That'll make for some really good ergonomic storage. And we'll do a single drawer on the right hand side for some just easier storage with that crap flying everywhere. Basically, some of these rib nuts are spinning in their holes, so it's secure. The difficulty is unscrewing the bolt from the rib nut because it spins with the bolt. We've got an angle grinder. I'm going to see if I can undo it with the impact drill, and if I can't, I'm just going to cut them off and then we'll chuck some new ones on up the other end. Don't care too much about the state of the tray. This fridge slide has done pretty well. It's been left in the elements, held up pretty good. A bit how you going, isn't it? You know, all things considered, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not even going to use it as a fridge slide. It's literally going to be a bolted down platform upon which the fridge will sit. That way I don't lose it when I go down gun shop. Allen key's no longer working, so it's angle grinder time. So just measuring out how this tray setup's going to need to be. Got our fridge slide right up against the headboard there. That'll be held in with about 4 rib nuts. Should be strong enough to hold the fridge. Pantry over here, drawer over here. That headboard, like rail, whatever you want to call it, roll bar thing, that's got to get cut off for the canopy that I'm putting on. So what we need to do now is cut off these bolty bits and I got silicone over them. I don't care if it rusts, it's not going to rust the chassis, it's just the tub. Okay, rib nut time. So it's been about 2 weeks since the last little bit of work we've done. I was waiting for a few things to get delivered. We've got our drawer, our pantry slide, and our slimline battery. So I've gone and put a jerry can holder, rib nutted that into the tray of the ute as well. I need to cut this little latch here just to make it sit properly. It's clean once, I'll cut a little piece of that off. But essentially I've got one of these jerry cans with a pump on tap, whatever it's called. We've got our fridge locked in here nice and tightly as well, which is what we were going for. Freezer access there's little to be desired. However, fridge access, come in from the side, open up the wing door, we've got access to our fridge that definitely needs a wash. So I saw this the other day online and I thought that's going to be really handy. Adventure King's pantry slide, I bought that for I don't even know how much, but it was on sale. So this is how the King's pantry slide will sit. For those of you who don't know, this was made as a genuine accessory for the King's camper trailer. I have zero interest in a King's camper trailer, but this actually seems like a pretty well made, a little bit more than your usual cheap King's stuff. So I was pretty impressed with it. Powder coated and that sort of stuff. I like it. So this part is nothing special, just a King's drawer. I think it's a 700mm deep. Looks a little out of place there. I'll work out the best way to sit it. I'm thinking of putting it right up against the pantry slide, and that way I can put a few things down the side here too. Not bored. So these little corner pieces get pretty tight. The Dremel with the little cutting wheel is really useful for getting in these little corners. So initially I mistook just how tailored this canopy is to the Triton. They are model specific. If you've seen the Triton's tub, it kind of slopes down at the rear, so the rear door is designed to factor that in, take that into account, so you get as close to a bit of a seal as you can. The front / new headboard, front of the canopy, sits perfectly up against the headboard once you've removed the headboard post. So what I'll do is once I've put this together, I'll get a big tube or two of Sika seal, and I'm just going to seal all the way around. I'm not sure that I'll be able to get this fully tight, but as long as I get like 95% of the dust out of this, because essentially I'm going to be living out of this on this 3-week trip to Cape York, and then 2026 like Jan period, I'm planning on doing a half lap of Australia using this canopy. So I want to be able to live out of this comfortably for a long period of time. The only thing to do from here is to hold the front on here, grab the sides, bolt the sides on so we'll get a bit of an L shape, and then we'll see how she comes together. Beautiful. So tailored to the Triton. The side door is on a sloped angle at the rear, flat at the front, up against the headboard. Very interested to see what this is going to look like. This is sitting roughly aligned, the right wing door. So I'm going to loosely put some bolts and nuts through it to get it sitting as it will sit and mock up. I'll get some silicone and put it between the cracks. Right side's mocked up, let's get the left side up there too. So I'm kind of diverging from the instructions at this point. What we're going to do is we're going to put some flex seal between the actual joints themselves and between the tub and the canopy. Taping up, I want to pump a good load of flex seal in between the joints, and that should keep most of the dust and water out. Yeah.
Kurwa, nic nie widzę, kurwa.
That's it guys, canopy's installed, ready for the Cape. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, watch the following videos, see the rest of the preparation, and we'll see you on the trip. Cheers.